Remember this name? Alvin Bragg. And this number, 34. That's the number of felony charges for which Donald Trump was found guilty. But beneath the surface of what seemed like a standard trial, something darker was moving. Something that pushed even members of Congress to ask, was justice truly served, or was this a political takedown? It all started with an accusation of election fraud, brought forth by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and overseen by Judge Juan Merchan. Colangelo, one of the key figures in the case, took charges typically classified as misdemeanors and connected them to a larger, undefined crime, one that wouldn't be revealed until the trial was underway, an alleged violation of the Federal Election Campaign Act. And that's where the problems began, because a plain reading of that law doesn't actually support the indictment or the verdict. So the question arises, what crime was serious enough to justify upgrading these charges to felonies? Why was everything so vague, so open to interpretation until the trial had already begun? According to several experts, including public statements from Commissioner Smith, this case not only threatened the enforcement procedures established by Congress, but also stretched the interpretation of the law to the point of undermining the core of due process. Judge Merchan's decisions, some claim, were not those of an impartial arbiter, but of a man guided by political intentions. A judge who, through his rulings, may have compromised the very foundation of American justice. And if this case was indeed politically motivated, as many believe, then what else is at stake? More importantly, who might be next? The answer came sharply and confidently from Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett. During a public hearing on the alleged political weaponization of the justice system, she delivered a moment that would be studied for years to come. Not only did she dismantle every accusation made by Republicans with precision and wit, but she also exposed just how deep the confusion, or the willful ignorance, runs among some members of Congress. I felt like I was living in the upside down, Crockett said, referring to the complete distortion of the institutions by those claiming to protect them. Through a series of rapid-fire questions, she brought the focus back to the structure of government. 3 branches, each with defined roles. No, the President of the United States does not prosecute someone in a state court in New York. No, Congress is not the place to appeal a criminal conviction. And yes, a jury made up of ordinary citizens found Donald Trump guilty. Not once, not twice, but 34 times. This is what sets this story apart. It's a clash between those who cry conspiracy and those who respond with facts. It's a confrontation between those trying to bend reality and those like Jasmine Crockett who simply won't allow it. In her speech, she walked through every step of the justice process, from investigation to prosecutorial discretion to the grand jury to the verdict. She reminded both the public and Congress that in America, the law isn't supposed to serve the powerful or the popular. It's supposed to serve justice. And yet efforts to politicize the courts continue. The strategy? Turn every verdict into an attack. Every ruling into a conspiracy. Every loss into a betrayal. But amid the noise, Jasmine Crockett's voice rang out with clarity, and people listened. Clips of her speech flooded social media. Her words were cut, shared, analyzed, and praised by millions. Some said she gave a masterclass in law to a room full of politicians. Others simply said, finally, someone telling it like it is. This video brings you inside that story, inside that debate, inside one of the most powerful political moments in recent American history. Is this just the beginning? Or have we already seen the spark that will ignite a new phase of political warfare? Let us know what you think. Do you agree with Jasmine Crockett's position? Or do you believe the justice system is being used politically against Trump? Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes, and leave a like if you believe the truth should always be louder than the noise.